Hey team, welcome back. This topic was as a result of nationals. It was inspired by some of the things that I saw people do at this specific match, and I think there will be opportunities for you to do this at at local level matches again. Um, it's a topic about reload. When should you grab the magazine? What we've been talking about since the very beginning is as soon as you know that you need to do a reload, the first thing you're going to do is snatch the magazine of the out of the mag pouch. In other words, as soon as you need to do the reload, your priority isn't necessarily to bring the gun in. Your priority isn't necessarily to touch the magazine release button. Your priority is to get your hand on the magazine. We've been talking since the beginning about that being a priority so that you can have more time to do whatever you need to do to get the magazine in. This is especially true when you have large movements coming up and you have to do a reload. That's not to say that you have to do the reload on your exit. Like you don't have to do it right here and then go somewhere. I'm going to make a different video about whether you should reload on the exit or you should reload on the entry. This is just to get the hand on the magazine as soon as possible. And here's why. At this match specifically, there was many instances when we were into a position, sometimes an awkward position, and then you're shooting a bunch of stuff, and then you have to take off with explosiveness across the stage, maybe 8 to 14 steps or something like that, like very long movement to shoot something else. But you were completely changing direction and you were moving as explosive as possible. And so I saw tons of people missing their mag as they were changing hip direction. And missing your mag when you're changing hip direction gives you that like, oh my gosh, I didn't get it, so I have to get it again. And it affects your explosiveness and movement that you could have had if you didn't have the doubt about getting the magazine. So let me show more or less what I'm talking about. So let's say I'm shooting these things over here. I'm over here, I'm shooting, my hips are like pretty much on this side of the stage. And then all of a sudden I gotta like dump the mag and go the other direction. Now I have changed my hip direction. Notice that my magazine are no longer where they were a second ago. Right? My magazine are here, right? You guys with me? You guys magazines are here. As soon as I move my upper body and my hips are still haven't rotated towards the new direction, now my magazine isn't where I'm used to getting it. That's where I'm used to getting it. Notice it's like one spot over. You guys with me? So as soon as I turn my body over, I can touch the magazine. I mean, maybe the best way is to like show it this way. So that's where magazine is. If I turn my upper body, that's no longer where my magazine is. Yes, magazine. And then if I'm used to just having that direction, so in order to practice this correctly, your goal would be to get on the magazine. It doesn't mean you have to pull it out right then. Doesn't mean you have to like have it out and inside the mag well or anything. But if you're going to build from this position, the first thing you should do is grab the magazine. Then as you turn, you can make the decision. Do I insert right here and go on? Or do I wait until my entry into the next position or close to the entry into the next position to get the magazine out? So I want to make sure we're very clear. Your goal is to get the magazine as soon as you're done with your shooting bits and you need to reload the gun. So if I am facing this direction and I am shooting these things, it is not smart of me to, let me dump a mag. It's not smart of me, I've seen this. And then people are like running around trying to like find their mag, right? I actually saw that several times in a stage where there was a long movement across the stage and people were finishing the position here, boom, 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 dumping the magazine, right? The magazine fall on the ground. And then I'd watch them run and try to get this thing. So now they're not very effective in their reload and they're definitely losing time in their movement because they're worried about the magazine. So your goal would be that you finish shooting, boom, 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 boom. You get the magazine immediately, then, and of course it's based on your decision before you even start the stage, you make that reload. Did you write into your pre-stage planning that you would reload right here and move? Or did you write into your stage plan that you would grab the magazine and enter the new position or close to enter the new position and reload here? I'm gonna make a separate video that talks about considerations about reloading on the exit or reloading on the entry. But for this, it's very important that you understand that your body will start the movement likely with your shoulders, because your head wants to find the new spot you're going to. If you're doing movement correctly, and I know I'm going on that side of the room or that side of the stage, and I'm here, the first thing to move is going to be my head trying to find the spot. My shoulders will follow. The last thing to actually make the complete turn will be my hips. So if I turn very aggressively and my hips are still like not facing the right direction, I don't have the same reload as I normally would. It will be literally one spot short. Imagine then that you're not only having to do a reload, but now you're having to do a reload from the second spot, because this is maybe your second reload in a stage. And so you do boom, 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 you go here, ooh, that's not it, ooh, that's not it. Now you have to go all the way back here. And what does that feel like as you're moving away from your mag pouch? Now you have to reach even further, which takes away from your explosiveness and movement. You can see the problems there. The same is true the other way, overshooting. So if you're over here and you start moving the other direction, now you go for the